Hey y'all, so today we're going to be talking about peace. Peace in your home, peace in your life in general. And I'm going to admit this video is coming from me being in a place of unsettled peace just this week and laid my peace down, my peace that God gives me for free. And we are believers in God. We are given His peace. It says it in the Bible in several passages. Let me just read a couple here. First one is in John 14:27. I'm leaving you with a gift, a peace of mind and heart. And the peace I give is a gift the world cannot give. So do not be troubled or afraid. So I was going through this very unsettling time and was reminded that I don't have to put my peace aside. I don't have to be worried or afraid about any circumstance because He gives me that peace. I just have to let Him wrap me in His peace. So I'm bringing this video to y'all from a convicting place. I had to remind myself of these things I'm about to share with y'all to bring peace into my life and into my home again in kind of an unsettling, more chaotic time. So this video is going to be about peace in your own life, peace in your home, peace amongst your children. So hopefully if you are sometimes just feeling like your home is chaotic or your life in general is chaotic or you're anxious and worried about several things and you just need a reminder of God's peace that He gives us. We truly just have to ask for His peace and He gives it to us. It's a free gift. We just have to accept it and put our worries, our fears aside and let His peace overcome us. So one other verse I wanted to share with you about peace in Romans 15:13. I pray that God, the source of hope, will fill you completely with joy and peace because you trust in Him. So again, trusting in Him, trusting His will, His design for our lives is going to give us that complete peace. So let's just talk about peace in our home and how sometimes our homes don't feel peaceful. So first of all, when I feel that peace being pulled away from me, the number one thing I turn to is prayer. And that sounds so simple. If you will stop and pray the second you feel like you're losing your peace in your home, in your life, and you just need God to give you peace in this situation, just say, God, please give me peace in this circumstance that I was not planning for my life. And I didn't think that this would be your will for my life, but this is what you planned. Please give me peace about this. Please give me comfort. Please calm my fear and anxiety over the situation. Or maybe it's in your home and your kids are wild and crazy and being very loud and disruptive and running everywhere, and you just need to ask God, please bring peace into our home. Help me not to lose my cool, lose my peace on my children, yelling at them for just being children, and help me calmly but firmly discipline my children in a peaceful way, peacefully as you can. Sometimes you just have to ask for peace in your home and peace in your disciplining your children. So that's another thing. Just stopping to pray when you feel that peace being pulled from you, the enemy pulling that peace away from you, the peace of Jesus. Pray that He will bring it back and wrap you in His peace. So another verse is in John 16:33. I have told you all of this so that you may have peace in me. Here on earth you will have many trials and sorrows, but take heart because I have overcome the world. Again, whatever situation you're facing, He can give you peace through it and comfort and calm those fears, calm that worry, and you just have to ask. Number 2, the next tip I have to offer is when our home is feeling unrestful, unpeaceful, the next thing I try to do is remove all the outside noise. So I know when I'm in a tough situation, I don't want to hear lots of music, lots of TV, lots of background noise, lots of toys. So removing those is very helpful. Now we try to cultivate peace in our home all the time, so we don't have the TV on all the time. A lot of people leave the TV on as background noise, and I understand, I used to be one of those people, but even though you're not watching that TV, you're hearing it subconsciously and you're taking in whatever's on that TV. And my children especially will stop and look at the TV, and that's not something I want them doing throughout the day to bring peace in their home. And the times that I have let them watch TV and hear that noise, they're a lot less peaceful after that. So removing those outside noises from the TV, turning it off unless you're actively watching something, and as well as like music. Music is great and we love music, but if we're in an unsettling time, playing certain types of music that is not calming and peaceful is not bringing peace into our home. So being very selective about the music that I play at the times that I play them is another way I bring peace into our home. And if I'm in a difficult situation, I kind of just either turn off music altogether or turn on like worship music, hymn music instead, which does bring peace into our home. As well as toys. Toys can drive a mom and dad crazy so quickly. If you are trying to look for peace in your home, remove those loud toys that make noises, that light up, that make sounds. Those do not bring peace into your home, and we just avoid those altogether. But especially at a time of unsettledness, unpeacefulness, when we were trying to bring peace back into a situation. Along with removing noise, also removing excessive activity. So when we need peace in our home, we don't need to be looking at schedules saying, oh, we have to go here on Friday, here on Saturday, here on Sunday, here on Monday. We have to be at this place at this time and this time. And we have like these rigid schedules. We try to avoid that also to keep peace in our home, just as a general rule of thumb. There are busier seasons, of course, at holidays and events where we have to be places at certain times and things line up back to back, especially on the holidays. But for the most part, removing the extra noise and the extra traveling and busyness of life will bring more peace into your home and into your life as well. So for my children, if we are feeling at a stage of restlessness in our home, we'll just cut out outside travel for a few weeks. And my kids just become grounded back at home. I am such a homebody in general. I just thrive from being at home and recharging at home. I love going places and interacting with people as well, but I'm fully recharged at home, and my children are as well. And I think more people would, if they actually sat down and admitted it, more people would realize they do become more peaceful and recharged when they are at home. Not that we don't want to go places and see people and interact with people, but being less busy, less scheduled all the time brings more peace into your home in general. My broth is getting cold. I better drink this quickly. Number 3, I already mentioned a little bit of music when our home is not peaceful. Either playing music, worship, hymn music. We like hymns. I like praise and worship music, but our church, where we go to church, they play a lot of praise and worship music, which I enjoy, but I miss the old hymns. Let me know if you're a hymn person as well and you miss the old hymns that were sang when I was growing up in church. So anyways, in our home, I try my best to play hymns on my phone or sing hymns with my children throughout the day. We actually learn hymns through our homeschool curriculum that I kind of just put together. I pick different hymns each month to teach my children, and we just sing them together. And when we're feeling unsettled and unpeaceful, singing a hymn, just starting out singing in my house, if my children are yelling and screaming, if I just start singing a hymn, their mood immediately shifts. They may not immediately change their whole temperament, but they stop and listen. Even if they're stopping to tell me to stop singing, because sometimes if they're in a bad mood or they're upset, they don't want to hear me singing a hymn because they know it's going to calm them down. They know that those hymns about God that we've learned are very calming and peaceful, and they're just resisting it. So if I just start singing a hymn in the middle of the day, it just will bring peace to our home. A lot of times my kids will start singing with me, or they'll ask me to sing it again. They're still trying to learn hymns with me. So that's another tip, is just bringing music into your home that is peaceful, whether it be hymns or praise and worship music or whatever music that calms you and brings peace to your home. Playing that kind of music instead of the more upbeat, higher RPM music that we might enjoy. And I'm not against that kind of music, but at certain times I don't need that kind of distraction and loudness in our home and in my life. Number 4, this one works every single time, but when you are feeling unsettled and your peace is being stripped from you, just walk outside in nature. Put your feet in the wet grass or the dry grass. Right now our grass is very dry and crunchy. We're going through a rough drought here in Mississippi. Put your eyes to the sun, look up, praise God for the beautiful nature He has given us. And just getting in nature brings you so much peace almost instantly. If I'm having a rough day, I just had to walk outside and walk in the grass and look at the sun, feel the warmth of the sun on my face, and just ask God to bring me His peace. And it works. It's just something about nature, the beauty of nature, the feel of nature, just everything about nature is so peaceful, and it will almost instantly bring peace into your home, into your life, no matter what you're going through, no matter how chaotic your home is. If your children are being very unpeaceful, at a very unsettled, chaotic state, get them outside, get them in nature. Their temperament, their attitudes will change almost instantly, just like us as adults. I know God gave us nature to calm us, to bring us beauty, and He loves that we can enjoy that. That's one of the gifts He's given us, along with His gift of peace. Number 5 is removing clutter, keeping your home somewhat tidy. So we are already a very clutter-free home. This last year and a half, I've really been going through closets, toys, everything, just getting clutter and excess out of our lives. My kids love their toys, but honestly, when we go through and we talk about donating toys that we aren't playing with to other children who might love them more than we do, they don't even miss those toys. And sometimes they'll be like, remember when we gave this toy to the donation for another little boy or girl who could enjoy it? And like, they enjoy that. And I can feel the sense of peace come across my children when they walk into their playroom. And I used to do a lot of toy rotating, and I've done videos on toy rotations where we had lots of toys that are rotated every single week. And I liked that at the time, but since filming those videos, I've actually quit rotating toys, and we only have the toys that they play with, and they just play with those toys, and they don't ask for rotating toys anymore. And many times they just become creative and play with outside things, like I already said, playing with things in nature over said toys. So removing clutter, especially toy clutter, is another way to bring peace into your home, as well as clothing, wardrobe clutter, and just keeping the home tidy, picked up. I try to keep surfaces picked up, so the living room floor, the kitchen counters, the kids' playroom somewhat picked up. Our bedroom I like to keep clean and tidy as a peaceful place to come and rest. So as best you can. I know it's impossible to keep your home clean and tidy all the time, but removing the clutter and the excess will make that task a lot easier and will bring so much more peace into our lives. So those are my 5 tips on bringing peace into your home and into your life in chaotic times, and just in life in general. We all deserve to live in a peaceful place, to be able to rest and recharge in a peaceful environment. And doing these 5 things really helps me. So I mentioned I was going through a rough time earlier this week, and just reminding myself of these things that we do on a daily basis, but when I'm laying down my piece, I'm not doing these 5 things. And I had to just be reminded in the Word that He gives us this peace. It's a free gift. We just have to accept it and give our worries to Him, and He will wrap us in that peace. And it's so beautiful when He does, and it's so freeing. It's such a freeing feeling. I'm praying for you to be able to feel the same peace in your own life, in your own homes, and trying out these 5 tips I shared. Hopefully those will get you to a good start. These passages I referenced will give you a good guideline to read and just feel His love and His peace in this living Word in the Bible. So thank y'all for listening to this video. Again, this was coming from a convicting place in my own life, where I was convicted of this myself, and God was like, you need to calm down, quit worrying about this, and accept my peace that I freely give to you. And it was very convicting, and that's why I made this video today. So I brought this officially cold. I don't like cold broth, any of y'all. So anyways, thank y'all so much for watching this video. I'm praying peace into your life, to wrap around you in your whatever situation you're going through, whatever your home feels like right now. If it doesn't feel peaceful, I'm praying for God's peace to wrap you in it, in His love, joy, and peace. Thank y'all so much for being here, and I will see y'all in my next video.